G'day, comrade subscribers. Welcome back. Look what I arrived today. So some replacement lead acid batteries for the Hewlett Packard model 45711, and also the floppy drive. So up from down from Yatala in Queensland, which actually near where my parents live. And there's Yatala pies at Yatala, so always going to Yatala when I'm up there, get some pies. So these are the replacements. So these ones aren't made anymore. Panasonic LCR-226P. These are replacement Powersonic model PS-628. 6 volt 2.9 amp hour versus 2.4 amp hour. So you get half an amp hour more. So, yeah, we've got two different types. So this is the one from the floppy disk drive, which empty out all the screws and all the other bits. Basically goes in this holder here. So this one's pretty simple to replace. Just stick it back in there, put on the contacts and start charging her up. The one for the actual computer is designed like this. So we've got a conductive strip that goes underneath this black tape here, all the way along to this contact here, which is held on by double-sided tape. So I think it's just a matter of slipping that off by maybe. I don't think, it might be, I don't know if it's like resistance welded or something. Maybe it is, looks like it might be. So that's the only difficulty there, I think. So let's see, the other thing I was thinking of is just running a plain wire. But we'll have a look when we open it up. So yeah, let's do the floppy drive one first, because that's obviously much simpler. This is the kind of pack that probably says no user serviceable parts. But just looking at it, so this is obviously the input for the charger. You could actually replace that if you wanted to just desolder it and pop it out. It's very simple circuit, I guess. So we take AC power in, and I guess we do we rectify it? I assume we rectify it, and then we've got some sort of charging circuit. Tiny little green LED that no one will ever see because it's hidden away in the case. But yeah, so if you wanted to replace it, you probably could do something like that. Anyway, but I do have chargers. I've got US chargers, so I'm using just a step-down transformer. They're actually rated. The output is, if you can see there, 8 volts AC, 3 volt amps maximum. So 8 volts AC. So you could stick 9 volts in, because you can get 9 volt AC transformers. You probably could, if you wanted to replace this, chop off that and just stick 9 volts in my opinion, I think. I would assume it's tolerant enough. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get down to business. So it's a shame. Wonder if I should run a little LED, run a little cable and stick an LED there. No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So that's negative. Actually, I should just pull it out, shouldn't I? Okay, connect it on. And actually, let's have a look while we've got it open. Let's see if that LED actually does come on. Start charging it up. No, the LED doesn't come on. I assume the charger is working. I don't have to turn it on or anything, do I? Power's on. And maybe it goes green once it's charged. Alright. Lid goes on. Let me fiddle around with this. I think it's got a hook in under there. Wires in the way. Alright, let me just double check. There we go. Done. So I'll probably I'll print out a label, put today's date on, so we know when the new battery is put in. So now I guess it's just a matter of letting it charge. Just letting it charge, I guess. Alright, that's that one done. Now, so yeah, this interface on the back of the computer, the Portable Plus. So this is actually a video interface. It's not direct video because it needs to go into another box, which then generates the video signal. So what we have on here is, I think, basically the screen's divided into quadrants. So one pin is, say, top left quadrant, one pin is top right quadrant, bottom left quadrant, bottom right quadrant. Then we have a dot clock and a frame clock, and of course ground. So it's 8 pins. So you could, if you wanted to, probably, you know, cut it out and replace it with, say, a DE9 socket. If you wanted to do something like that. Don't know about the connector. If you could get another one of these connectors and then maybe just run wires instead. But then obviously you're going to have to decode the signal coming out of that. Might be interesting. Anyway, so let's do this one here. So I assume first of all we're going to have to get the double-sided tape off. Yeah. That's the easy way to do it. Let's undo the tape actually. Okay. Tape's still stuck on there. Can we undo this? Does it unwrap? I don't know if it unwraps or not. It just goes underneath there. Okay, yep, so I think it is some sort of resistance welded, maybe. Resistance soldered to the terminal. Yeah. I will have to figure out a way around that. Just maybe plain soldering. Maybe. Otherwise it should come off pretty easily. Alright, I'm going to have to fiddle around with this. Alright, back in a minute. Right. I didn't do too good a job. But yes, I think they were kind of like resistance welded, I think it is. Something like that. So let's see, that's why I'm doing it. so you don't make the same mistakes. So let's see if we can get this off now. So yeah, it's just double-sided tape. So it's just a matter of from 40 years ago. Here we go. Yeah. So what we want to do basically is negative is basically reattach like that. And as I don't have a resistance welder or whatever that's called, I will just use a lot of flux and solder and see how that goes. So let me clean this up first. Well, here's my first attempt. I've just put a lot of flux on there and soldered it on, which is like I guess same as when you just solder wires onto a battery. So hopefully that should be alright. I'll just put some tape on there, and so I've tried to line it up. Let's see. Alright, so I think that goes on like that, I guess. Go on like that. Why not? Okay, and positive. Okay, so I think maybe we need to take those out first. Okay, that goes down. Oops, right, slide that in. Like so. That goes on there. This goes on here. Like so. Okay, well, let me get all these screws done up, and we'll start getting it charged. New battery's in. I was a bit uncareful. Look at that, it's a bit dirty, but I was tightening this nut up for the positive, and I accidentally touched the case of the switch here and had some sparks. So this fella actually had some charge, so be careful. This is the video output port there, where you can get the LCD output, which is what this connector here connects onto. Oh, actually, it also connects onto, which way does it go? That way. Yes, okay, yeah. Because it obviously connects onto the negative terminal, not the positive terminal for the ground. So I'll get that on and see if we can start charging. There we go. Video interface is connected back up. It's a shame it didn't come with the box, the external adapter. But anyway, came with a printer and a floppy drive, so can't complain too much, I guess. Right. Okay. How did you turn it on again? There we go. That's very dark. Oops. Okay, warning, memory loss. Press F1 to reformat, which we're expecting that. Okay. Alright, so battery 0%. Doesn't say anything about charging. But let's see. I don't know, does it charge when it's... Okay, well let's... Alright, well well actually we need to change the... So you can't see any of that, can you? Just... Okay. I've got the one light on. Let's see if we can get any of this. get the light without getting the actual light. That would be perfect. There, look how well you can see the text. If only the light wasn't in the way. Try. Just stand. Oh, bear with me. Maybe that's good enough. Okay, battery's still at 0%. Time and date F3. So that's definitely, let's see, F3 plus 10. I don't know what the time is actually. Let me check. I've got the time and date done. System config. So what we want to do is we want to do previous choice F4. So we've got 512k of RAM and 1 megabyte electronic disk. I think that'll all be okay. Okay, DOS 2.11. Okay, so battery's still at 0%. We'll just, I set the time, 12:01 AM. Let me set the time again, I guess. Time and date, F3. Oh, okay, that's a bit strange. We'll try and plus, well, daylight savings is on, but we'll just do that. What was it? So it's 5:30, but it's actually 4:30 without daylight savings. Oh, 35. Okay. All right. We'll leave that and see if the battery starts charging. Fingers crossed. I was getting a bit worried that it wasn't charging, but maybe I just have to wait a few hours. So I'll put the battery pack into the floppy drive, powered it on. It does seem to work, and we've got, it says full. If you can kind of read it. So yeah, so far so good. So we'll turn that off. We'll leave this charge and see how we go. Right, it's been charging for about 2.5 hours. Now, let's see, 31% it reckons, after 2.5 hours. We'll try, I'll just exit to DOS and come back in again, I think, just to double check. So how do we do it? 7:30, is that the time? Oh yeah, that's right, 8:30, yeah. Alright, start application, date, time, reread disks, off. Oh, DOS commands, yep, we'll just go there. Type exit, so if we go exit. Alright, so just checking to see if that, I had to do that too. Okay, right, let's try. I want to see what's on this floppy disk that came with the machine. So some sort of data disk. Let's see. Alright, let me get set up. I've not read the instructions. I've put the charger back on here because this mechanical would use more power. So I've powered that on first. I'll power this on next. So I don't know what drive this will come up as. Maybe C drive. So if we go, DOS commands. I don't know if we can go dir C. No, ignore. Abort. Okay, so it's not Unless I have to do something in... Oh, there's a menu thing that comes up. Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, let's exit out of this. Whoop. Okay, now it's just reread all the discs. Okay. Let's go system configuration. External disk drive, so 1, disk write verify off, power save mode on, plotter interface. So it doesn't really say... I can hear it checking the disk. Okay. File manager. What about file manager? Okay. Choose dir F4. Press start if information is correct. F1. Alright, so I don't know. Exit. It's not A drive, is it? Let's exit out of this. Let's do DOS commands. Because I thought ADIR is the E disk. Alright, so I'm going to have to figure this out. There's a bit more than just connecting it up, I guess. System config, datacom config, reread disks is F4. Didn't really, unless the problem is the disk drive doesn't work. It doesn't seem to do. Alright, that'll be the next video. Pulling apart the disk drive, I guess. Okay, well, batteries seem to be working. 31%, so I will hook this up and continue this charging overnight. Alright, bye for now.